the personal allowance, you're looking at nearly £30,000 tax.
Oh, so I have underestimated.
Partnership, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, by all means, it could...
For a business.
For a business, purely for a business
for
point of view.
partners. But then, for individual one wife or four, he can or cannot claim for the others, or they claim?
Well, if they are business partners, then they are each entitled to the 6,475 personal allowance. Or if they work for you, then yes, if this is their salary, you pay them a salary of say £10,000. Out of that, 6,475 will be tax-free. So that option is... Now, let me give you even more advice on that. I'm not going to encourage you to have 4 wives straight away.
He hasn't even got 1 wife. So to save, you have to get married so you can save your £6,000.
Okay. I wasn't asking for myself, I was asking for a friend.
You're asking for a friend, okay.
Yeah, we always ask for a friend. Yeah, but you know, purely from a tax angle, not only this was the income tax, but you know, each one of us, we are also entitled to have a capital gains tax exemption of 10,100.
Right.
So you see, if you bought a property, for sake of argument, investment property, with your 4 wives and yourself, that's 5, just working on the assumption, or 4 partners, or 5 partners, and you bought it, say, for 100,000, and you sold it in a year's time, and you sold it for 150,000, there would be no taxes to pay on that either.
Because each individual is allowed. Very good.
So that's 10,100 per individual, and that's capital gains.
Right.
Yeah. But once you lose it, you lose it.
So if you haven't used it within that year, you've lost it. You can't revert back and say, oh, I bought it 10 years ago.
No.
Right.
And it's the same thing with that personal allowance. You can't transfer it to somebody.
Right.
Yeah. I say, well, no, I won't use it. I'll give it to my husband or my wife. No. And you can't carry it forward into the next year. Once you've lost it, you've lost it. So you need to utilize those things within the tax year. But yeah, if you plan it in such a way, so you know, we're talking about tax planning. So tax planning involves not just income, which is income tax, but also other taxes, and we mentioned about this capital gains tax. So if you were you know, running a business in partnership, you could have the 10,100 capital gains. You'll have the personal allowance. You know, when you start adding on other bits and pieces as well, there are other investments which we mentioned.
That's right, yes.
You know, you were looking at the notes, and it says
ISAs.
Yes. Now, there are products, Islamic products now available in the market.
There are, yes.
Yeah. So, which are Sharia compliant products, and that's what we should be encouraging ourselves and our viewers, that whatever we do, we got to make sure that we are complying with Sharia law.
Inshallah, yes.
Yeah. And there is no excuse these days. Whether it's a pension, you can invest pensions which are Sharia compliant, ethically approved products. You can buy investments which are Sharia compliant. Again, you can, you know, not only are you saving tax, and not only are you sort of trying to, you know, increase your wealth, and there's no harm in that, it's quite Islamic to do that, but you're also doing it in a Sharia compliant manner. So we should be looking and exploring at all the what you call means available to us.
Even mortgages, as you know now, you can get Sharia compliant mortgages.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
You know, so you should change everything. Even I'm not sure about insurances as well.
Well, there are. I mean, you see on the television, you see the product where if you want a car insurance, yes, it's halal, Sharia compliant. So we should be, just like we have this IQRA channel.
Yes.
It's an Islamic channel. It's a community-based channel. It's for the benefit of the public, it's for the benefit of our community and the wider community, and the host community as well. But we should also see that these products, which are now coming onto the market, we should encourage all our viewers, even ourselves, to participate in these things.
Absolutely.
Yes? Because it's in our in our benefit. And the added bonus is that there are tax reliefs available for that.
Now, coming on to that, you mentioned IQRA channel. A lot of charity is done, work is done on these channels. So how can people benefit from the charity, both the charity and the individual?
Yes.
And companies?
Yes. First of all, let's look at companies. When companies make donations to a charity, UK registered charity, that will be treated as a business expense.
Right.
Yeah? So the company is going to get tax relief on that. When an individual makes a donation to a UK registered charity.
It has to be UK registered.
Yes. Well,
of course, we're paying UK taxes.
We get paying UK taxes, that's right. So when you're making that donation, if I was to donate £100 to Al Khair Foundation, who are the owners of IQRA TV,
the educational arm.
The educational arm, that's right. If I was to make a donation of £100, and I'm a UK taxpayer, I signed the gift aid declaration that I'm a UK taxpayer. Al Khair Foundation is able to claim back from the Inland Revenue basic rate tax relief. So really, that donation of £100 actually becomes £125.
That's well worth it.
Without me doing anything about it, Al Khair will claim that from the Inland Revenue tax authorities.
Increased by 25%.
That's right, yes.
Excellent.
And you know, if you are a higher rate taxpayer, that means you are paying tax at 40%. What will happen is you can actually claim that additional 15% from the tax authorities yourself. So, you know, the donation becomes even cheaper for you. It's something like £85, not £100. Right. So I think we should, of course, it's our Islamic duty, first of all.
Absolutely.
You know, to help
to
the
give
poor,
zakat
needy,
and
whether it's zakat, whether it is sadaqah, but the government actually encourages it, and this is where tax planning comes in. It tells you, if you do it this way, we will also put in something on your behalf, in the sense your tax, income tax which you have paid, we'll pay that back to the charity.
So there are benefits of paying tax.
That's right.
So that's a good thing. If
now, in order to have that gift aid, you have to be a UK taxpayer.
Right.
If you're not a UK taxpayer, then strictly speaking, that gift aid should not be claimed.
Right.
Because you can't make a declaration. If you're not paid the tax, you can't say I'm a UK taxpayer.
That's right.
So this is an efficient way of giving, and I always encourage all my clients that if you want to give money, if you want to send money to any of the good causes, put it through proper recognized charities.
Yes.
You know, and Al Khair Foundation is one of them, and there are others as well. I mean, I don't want to mention Reed Foundation because
no, mention Reed Foundation because it's a very good charity.
And that's one of the charities that I'm involved with, and it's to do with education. It stands for Rural Education and Development.
And as you said, you are going on a trip to help out and monitor and see what's happening.
That's right, yes. We call it the Reed Kashmir Charity Walk.
Okay.
And it's from the 1st of April to the 10th of April. We take the people from here to Kashmir. They can see the work which is done by Reed Foundation for themselves, the schools, meet some of the children. And of course, there are other charities as well. I mean, Al Khair recently has been, you've been away to Haiti
and
for the
Chile,
earthquake.
and there's one now in Turkey. And not only that, we go anyway, the water projects in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, and Somalia, lots of Al Khair and IQRA, they do a lot of charity work.
So Al Khair is more to do with like humanitarian aid,
and charity.
And Reed is to do with education.
Yeah, we are exclusively focused education-based.
Oh, it's very similar to Muslim Care. Muslim Care is into education.
Muslim Care, I met them last week at a conference. Very nice.
Yes.
We had the chairman. Munir Diwan. Very close friend of mine.
That's a good man.
Lovely man.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Yes, I know him as well.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question actually, because I'm involved with another channel as well, and I'm setting them up in the UK. And what I've done, I've actually registered them as a private company.
Right.
But really, they're a channel, but purely for education. They're not for profit makers. They're a non-profit organization.
Yes.
So they're not doing anything. They don't even have any advertising at all on the television. So it's all like through donations. So should I have basically registered them as a charity instead of a private company?
Yeah, that's right, because you know the purpose of charity is not for profit. That's the objective, right? It is for public benefit.
Yes.
So if you want to run it efficiently, like what I was mentioning about claiming gift aid and all that, then really you should get it registered with the Charity Commission.
Right, okay.
And that would be the proper way of doing it. Now, it doesn't stop you. So, for example,